What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Hakuno, this time with episode 5 of season 2, I believe. Looking forward to this one. Great episode last week, looking at more about Meido, seeing her backstory, which was kind of crazy, but getting to know her. I can't even speak properly. Getting to know her a little bit better as a character. She's still very much just like a maid in every kind of sense, but hopefully we kind of unravel some more layers as the show does go on. I do imagine we will. With how the show's structured, I think we'll be meeting a new girlfriend today, so looking forward to that. Of course, there's a few that we see in the opening, so I do wonder which one it will be. I'm going to guess the blonde one, but again, no real idea. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. And let's get right into it. Kind of reminds me of JoJo's a little bit in terms of like the structure, like part 3, season 2, with like the kind of dual episodic nature. Like the towel was weighing that much. Kind of what they do with the UFC and such, though. I find that ridiculous. The cutting process in like boxing and UFC and stuff like that is so intense on your body. I almost feel like it should be illegal. I know it sounds silly, but it's that damaging. They're all getting fat. I've never had a Guinness. Okay, so it's this girl. I hate the black subtitles. They're so hard to read. So, I mean, she's got silver hair, but looks slightly blonde, I guess. It wasn't who I was thinking though. They got the baseball girl. I'd say I'm a decent fan of like sports anime. I'm a fan of when they're done really well. Medalist this season has been phenomenal. One of my animes of the season. Although I was just thinking before this, it's a really hard season. Like, it's actually a lot of quality this season. Solo Leveling, Orb, Sakamoto Days, Medalist, Hodokari Diaries, ReZero. Like, there's a lot of quality shows going on this season, which I wasn't expecting. So does it? We'll be having a bit of a training arc today. I do think women do kind of overdo their weight a little bit, don't they? Although there are genuine kind of like mental conditions and such that do affect stuff like that. Women always care a little bit too much about their weight. Then, I mean, it's not, they don't do it for men, but it's like men, if they do, they shouldn't, because men like whatever. But yeah, I kind of like the whole kind of baseball get up. To be honest with you, I've never been a fan of the sport itself. I was never great at playing it. I kind of like the get ups and the outfits, and yeah. But again, I hope the sports segments are good in this, because as I said, I don't think there's many sports anime I really love. I like Haikyuu. I think that's good. Medalist is honestly probably my favourite one I've watched so far. The club getting disbanded. Yeah, this is classic. a one-man team, or one-woman team in this case. So what happened? And then they therefore were disbanded the whole fucking team. So what's going to happen? I imagine we know what's going to happen here. 8 available spots. How many girlfriends have we got now? Probably 8. What happens when they come back? Surely those people that went training, I mean, I know they went to train and get better, but surely they don't think they're just going to get back on the team. To an extent, you should never overdo it. So at one point, you are just. I mean, I know damaging your muscles is how they grow back stronger, but past a certain point, it does become negative. What did I say on Anna something? So yeah, we kind of see in the intro, she kind of seems like a bit of a kind of freaky, yeah, freaky kind of gym goer. Like, she loves the pump. Nice catch. Sure, I could use one of those right now. I played football this morning. My groin fortunately went in the second half, so I wasn't able to sprint. I would have came off, but we only brought one substitute, and that substitute as well as another player got injured, so we're already 10 versus 11. So going off really would have killed us. Luckily, the other team were quite stupid and they changed formation to a formation where I wasn't actually playing against anyone, which was good. We just easily get the ball and pass it. Oh, you have no idea, love. You have no idea. Surely at some point there will be a girl that is not okay with this. Like, it's already really strange that so many are. It's, although, again, in real life, it's not actually like, it's not that crazy. There are people that, I can't remember what they call it, but there are people that do have like larger relationships. But they're like, there's not many of the population, are there? I certainly wouldn't be agreeing to this. That is something I spoke about in the comment section last week. When we get 99 girlfriends, how do you care for that many people? How do you buy presents for? How do you date? Like literally, you got 3 days of the year to spend with each of them if you want to spend a separate day with each of them. Like, what a nightmare that's going to be. So she just likes pain in general, emotional or physical. You do see that a lot in the real world as well. People that love tattoos and stuff and hurting themselves. It's a weird thing, isn't it? That was very impressive. Perceptive. And like again, when we get to that point, if we do, I mean, I was just thinking before this episode started, it'll be like at least 200 episodes before we get to that point, at least. Surely some of the girls won't be getting along as well, even if they do agree to will be his girlfriend. I don't know. Again, it just I mean, obviously this show is not plausible, but it just seems like incredibly unplausible. But then again, you see things like the trending. Don't want to mention their names, but the prawn stars that had sex with like 1,000 people in a day and stuff, and it's crazy. Classic sports setting there as well, like outside the rooms like that. I don't really know what to call them. Apartments. She's a first year. So honestly, that reminds me of my childhood. We obviously didn't do anything like that, but we used to play. We used to play football. It used to be a if you lost like a game, you'd have to turn around and get the ball pelted at your ass. Luckily, I wasn't the one getting it pelted at me too often, and I'd be the one, not to toot my own horn, but I'd be the one people are usually most scared of because I've always had quite a powerful shot. Favorite tome? What's a tome? Definitely heard that word before. Yes, inevitably. And do you know what? Like it's weird when I think of that anime. Like Jujutsu Kaisen had a baseball episode as well, didn't it? Amazing how baseball, of all things, kind of worms its way into quite a lot of anime. I think it's quite popular in Japan. Baseball, obviously, it's massive in America and America. But I think it's quite big in Asia as well. Well, they'll need to lose a bit of weight, so apparently. I can't imagine baseball's the most calorie reducing sport ever, right? You've got the swing, which takes quite a bit of power, but it's just like it's not a crazy amount. I think you probably focus more on accuracy than power. I guess you've got to run a little bit, but that is just a little bit. One thing you don't realise though is that actually just like concentrating during sport is actually burning calories. But yeah, I'm not sure this will solve all the girls' problems, although it probably inevitably will. So who do we think is going to be the best at this, away from our new girlfriend? I think Maid is probably going to be pretty good. Can't imagine the little ones are going to be great. Just although they've got a bit of an advantage in a sense because you've got to like throw it at a specific spot. They've actually got quite a hard area to aim for the opposing team, so I imagine they might be quite good at oh, what was that throw? Yeah, I imagine the little ones might be quite good at actually taking the throwers by surprise, or the what would you call it? Throwers, bowlers. What it is in cricket. John, I think that might be handy as well. That's a soft cushion to be caught. Oh god, it kind of reminds me of throwing with your left hand. If any of you guys have done that, it just feels horrible. Or your weak hand. That's cute. Roll it to her. Oh shit, we got Zorro over here. So I think Shizuka does still. I think she still is my favourite out of the girlfriends. She's just so adorable, isn't she? What does that mean? It is really satisfying though, isn't it? Getting like a good clean hit on a in a game like this. I think I might have mentioned this before, maybe not in these videos, but we stopped doing stuff like this because one year we played softball and one of the students who used to be quite mean to, he accidentally after hitting it, he threw the bat at someone that used to be not so nice to him. Again, I'm not sure if it was an accident or not, but yeah, cracked his head open, and we never played anything like that again. Ohananomizu. Again, that level of practice is stupid. Like, again, not even beneficial. she doing under there? Is that the mum? Is that what the mum does? Just hides under the fucking school nurse's beds till it's time to come out for lunch. Bit weird. And again, the whole fucking her whole existence is a bit weird. You're allowed. See, I was the type of guy that hardly ever be allowed to go to the toilet. Yes, you should. It's not beneficial at all. That's why they have those fucking shutter sounds on their phones in Japan, which says quite a bit, doesn't it? I think it's because men, and maybe other women, I don't know, but probably specifically sweaty men would try to snap pictures under girls' skirts and stuff, so they have to have the shutter sound on a on a phone camera. Which is quite smart, I think. I'm not sure how they managed to do that. Like, what kind of... Imagine if you're a hacker or something, it's quite easy to get past, but what must you do to your iPhone or Android to make that sound? Okay, so that went by really quickly, didn't it? I thought we were going to see some baseball today, but it looks like we'll be continuing that next week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I like the new girl. Again, as usual with the introductions, there's not too much to her other than the kind of main personality kind of aspect, which is in this case loving pain, loving emotional and physical pain. I do also love like the visuals in this open and ending. I still finding new stuff every week. There's so much going on. And this is my favourite part of both. Song-wise, anyway. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, good episode today. The girl, she's not awfully interesting at the minute. As I said, she's just like, as with most of them, they're just kind of that kind of character trait until we do see a bit more of them throughout the episodes and they get a bit more development. But yeah, I like her. She's got a good heart, I guess. She's got a good although again, what she's doing is quite stupid in real life. She's got good kind of purpose for it, and she's got you really appreciate that in like a teammate, someone that would go this hard for you. One of the things that again I find when I play with people is one of the most admirable things. Someone that's not so good, but someone that just like keeps trying it as hard as they can. It's actually much more of a thing I want on my team rather than someone that's maybe better or something like that. But yeah, some cool scenes with her today. again, I don't think she'll be one of my favorites. Like I said, I think Shizuka is still one of my favorites. There was a few jokes in here I didn't understand today, as usual with like the Japanese stuff. Just especially with jokes, doesn't translate over all the time. That's something with Gintama, which is one of my favorite ever shows. Like a lot of jokes went by my head, and that happened quite often in this episode. Although I did appreciate the little references and such like this. But yeah, do let me know if you guys think about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And looking forward to seeing the baseball match next week. See you guys then, and have a good one.